made you think, oh, I wish I could do something similar, or kind of motivated you to keep going with it?
No, I tend to appreciate what other people do. I don't get too jealous of them. It's like, has there been an idea like that somebody had? Is that what you're asking me? It's like, oh man, why did I have that? Redneck's pretty good.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you.
What about you, Donny? Has there been anything that's
I'm trying to think. You know, I think almost on a monthly basis, Jason Aaron does something in an issue that I just get furious about. I steal from Jason Aaron as much as humanly possible. If I buy a stack of comics every week and Southern Bastards or Thor is at the bottom of that stack, I have to wait until I'm done with everything I'm doing that day before I touch them, because I'll read it and just be like, well, screw you. He's so good, you know? There was a bad guy in Avengers. He was a Celestial, and his name was Obliteron. And I was like, Obliteron? Damn it, that's a good name. I was so mad that I didn't get to Obliteron first. Shit like that.
So do you have to be very careful in sort of topics you cover as about Marvel or DC, kind of when you kind of veering in the wrong direction, or because of the states that you use now, because two of the biggest comic book writers now in the world, do they give you a bit more kind of leeway on the kind of journey that you want to take the story?
Well, I wanted to put Batman's penis in this issue, but they wouldn't allow me at all. Brian?
Yeah, I get a lot of leeway.
Yeah, it seems like you got carte blanche over there, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, you get to a certain point where they trust you, you know? And you're getting gigs based on what you can do with them. You know, they want you at a certain point. I think we're both in that position.
Yeah, I mean, to a scary degree. Like my tenure in Marvel has not been that long, but you know, I read a book called Venom over there, and we're doing all these quarterly kind of like standalone issues that kind of tie into the main story. And the first one I pitched in the room, I didn't pitch it as a solo story. I was just kind of laughing. And I was like, well, what if we did, like, Nick Fury got a bunch of symbiote soldiers and he put them in the jungle, and he was like mind controlling them, and they were like hunters, and then they got away from him and they dug their own tracker out. And so Nick Fury has to go and get Wolverine and go into the jungle and track them all down. And my buddy was like, so you want to do Predator? And I was like, yeah, I kind of just want to do Predator. And then Jason Aaron from across the room goes, is it in Vietnam? And I was like, yeah. He goes, you have got to name that Vietnam. And I was like, done. And that's as easy as things actually get approved over there. Like, we're all just 12-year-olds in a room, and then someone goes, green light.
Now, I think I've still got more questions I want to ask, but I thought I'd quickly open it up. Is there any fan questions while I have the opportunity to jump out? Right at the back there, I'll run out there. Okay, what's your question then?
Who's your favourite comic book character of all time?
Say it again?
Who is your favourite comic book character of all time?
Of all time? Goodness gracious, buddy. God.
No pressure.
Peter Parker. Peter Parker is the greatest man who's ever lived.
What about you, Brian? Do you have a preference?
Sergeant Rock.
I believe there's a follow-up question as well.
Would you want to write for them?
I did. I'll never do it again.
Would you like to write for what?
The character. Sorry, I mean, you've done Spider-Man, right?
I've written a little bit of Spider-Man, yeah.
The only character I've ever written that I was a fan of when I was a kid is Sergeant Rock, and I will never do it again. I will never write a
Yeah. Why?
It's too soft. I have too much reference.
Yeah. So I was thinking about that. I think Dan Slott has this quote to be when taking over Spider-Man, that is a difficult job because in order to effectively write Spider-Man, you have to be Peter's worst enemy, and you have to be as absolutely cruel as possible to like this kid you grew up with, you know?
No, he's right. He's right. I mean, I think, and I'm only speaking for myself, but being a fan and writing the character, it just didn't work for me. I'm happy with how it turned out, but it was a struggle. It was great to work on, and working with Joe Kubert, who was like the Sergeant Rock artist, who I was a fan of as a kid. So it was like double whammy on that thing.
Awesome, we have a question right at the front here.
For Brian, with Future's End, the amount of characters and various versions of them, the two universes coming together, how big a challenge was that with it being such a big series and the amount involved, and how did it compare to what you'd done before?
Well, that's something I'll never do again too. That was just, I wanted to try it, and the other people that were I was working with, it was like, man, I got nothing in common with any of them. This ought to be interesting. So it was an experiment, and it was good, but it's taxing, man. Right now, a weekly book like that, there's no time to actually contemplate what you're doing. You're just doing it, and you hope people like you like it.
I assume you enjoyed it as well? Yeah. Any more fan questions there while I'm up and about? Oh, right next to us, that makes it easier.
How did you get introduced to Lee? How did you find out about his artwork?
So how did you get introduced to Lee and find out about his artwork?
How did you get introduced to Lee? How did you find out about his artwork?
Lee Bermejo.
Yeah.
Jim Lee introduced us. Lee was working at Wildstorm when Jim was running that studio, and Jim had been trying to get me to come over and do some stuff at Wildstorm, and he saw what Lee was doing, and he thought Lee and I would be a good team.
Awesome, right. Any more fan questions? Oh, brilliant, Constantine here. How are we doing?
For Donny, how did you get the Doctor Strange gig?
How did I
get the Doctor Strange gig?
How did I get Doctor Strange? Well, last June, I got a call from Jordan White, who's the editor of Thanos over there, and I was actually Jordan's intern for a while in 2010. Not that that actually helped me at all. I mean, my internship was in 2010, and this was last year, so I still had to go out there and prove myself, you know. But Jordan called me and asked me if I would like to take over Thanos for them. And that was a huge deal for me because Jim Starlin is such a huge icon in my life. And so I had written 2 issues of Thanos, and during that time, Marvel offered me a few other books. They offered me Iron Fist and Cable, and Shang-Chi and a few other ones. And none of it felt right at all. And then the writer who was supposed to be taking over Doctor Strange from Jason Aaron, he had some life things kind of go down. And so I got a call on one day and they said, hey, do you want to do Doctor Strange? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, can you give it to us on Monday? And I was like, sure. And my cat had just died like 2 days prior to that, so that's why Doctor Strange is a vet, and that's why there's so many dead animals in it, because I just didn't have time to process, so I put it in there. Yeah, it was a great gig. I'm hoping to come back to it someday.
Unfortunately, I've just realised we've actually run out of time. However, if you do have any more questions for the two of them, they are literally just through the walkway there. Go across to the booth, get some signatures, speak to them about the comic books and everything like that. I'm sure he'll be quite happy to do that for the rest of the day. But I think we need a big round of applause for Donny and Brian.
I love you.